Hey everybody, let me tell you something. Man, this whole idea that being rich means having women throwing themselves at you all the time, it's a fantasy. It's a dangerous fantasy that'll screw you up if you buy into it. The guys who are really rich, the guys who built empires, they'll tell you the truth. Discipline is key, especially when it comes to women and sex. You see it all the time, these young guys. They think getting rich is a ticket to the playboy lifestyle. But the truth is, the richest dudes I know, they're the most disciplined when it comes to that stuff. They know that chasing skirts is a quick way to lose everything. They've seen it happen, man. These guys, they understand that real wealth, the kind that lasts, it takes focus, it takes dedication, and nothing will derail you faster than getting caught up in a cycle of chasing pleasure. It's a trap, my friends, and if you don't learn this now, you'll be paying the price later. Trust me. We live in a world of instant gratification, right? You want something, you can order it on your phone and have it delivered to your door in an hour. But real success, building something that matters, it doesn't work like that. It takes time, it takes focus. Every minute you spend chasing some tail is a minute you could be spending on your business, on your investments, on improving yourself. Look at the guys who made it big. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Aliko Dangote. These guys didn't get to where they are by partying and chasing women. They were putting in the hours, grinding, while everyone else was out getting wasted and laid. They understood that time is the most valuable asset you have, and they weren't about to waste it on fleeting pleasures. Think about it, man. Every hour you spend at the club, every hour you spend texting some chick, that's an hour you could be reading a book that could change your life, making a connection that could lead to $1 million deal, or just working on your craft, getting better at what you do. These guys, the real players, they get that. They're not wasting their time on women who are going to be a distraction. They're building their empires, and they know that the women will come later. And they're right. When you're successful, when you're confident, when you've got your shit together, women are naturally drawn to that. You don't need to chase them. They come to you. It's just the way it is. So what's the lesson here? Simple: chase success first. The women will follow. Trust me, I've seen it a million times. The guys who are out there chasing skirts, they're always going to be chasing. The guys who are building something real, something they're passionate about, they're the ones who end up with the world at their feet. It's about priorities, man. What's more important to you? Getting laid or building a life that you're proud of? The choice is yours. But if you want my advice, focus on yourself, focus on your goals, and the rest will fall into place. Let's talk about money for a second, because let's be real, women, especially the kind that are attracted to money, can be expensive. And I'm not just talking about dinners and dates here. I'm talking about the lifestyle, the expectations. You start hanging around with a certain type of woman and suddenly you're dropping thousands on designer handbags, vacations in Dubai, bottles of champagne you can't even pronounce. It's a slippery slope, man, and the more reckless you are, the faster that money disappears. I've seen it happen to guys who are making serious cash. They get caught up in the moment, start thinking with their little heads instead of their big heads. And next thing you know, they're up to their eyeballs in debt. All because they couldn't control themselves around a pretty face. The smart guys, the guys who stay rich, they understand this. They know that women can be a financial black hole if you're not careful. So they set boundaries. They're not out there throwing money around like it's going out of style. They're strategic, they're disciplined, and they protect their wealth. They also know that real attraction, real connection, it's not about how much money you spend. It's about who you are as a man. It's about your confidence, your ambition, your drive. You think Jeff Bezos is dropping millions on dates? Hell no. He's got more important things to do with his time and money. And the women, they're lining up anyway, because he's Jeff Bezos. He's built an empire. He's a goddamn rock star. So the lesson here is simple. Don't confuse spending money on women with being attracted to women. A man who can control his impulses, a man who's got his finances in order, that's a man who's going to attract the right kind of woman. The kind of woman who's not in it for the money, but for the man he is. Let's talk about drama for a second. Because let's be honest, the more women you have in your life, the more potential for drama there is. It's just math, man. You start juggling multiple women, and it's only a matter of time before something blows up in your face. Unplanned pregnancies, crazy ex-girlfriends, jealous baby mamas, the list goes on and on. And let's not forget about the emotional toll it takes on you. Trying to keep all those women happy, trying to keep your story straight. It's exhausting. It drains your energy, it clouds your judgment, and it takes your focus away from the things that really matter. The guys who are truly successful, they understand this. They know that peace of mind is priceless. They'd rather have 1 or 2 solid relationships with women they can trust than a revolving door of drama queens. Because here's the thing, drama is a distraction. It's a time suck. It's emotional baggage that you don't need. And when you're trying to build something great, the last thing you need is a bunch of unnecessary drama in your life. So what's the lesson here? Keep it simple, man. Focus on quality over quantity. Find a woman who you can trust, who respects you, who supports your ambitions, and build a solid foundation with her. Because at the end of the day, success is a lot sweeter when you've got someone special to share it with. But make sure it's the right someone, not just someone who's going to add chaos to your life. All right, let's talk about energy for a minute. Because look, we're all human, right? We have a finite amount of energy each day, and how we choose to spend that energy, it matters. Now, I'm not some prude who's going to tell you that sex is bad, but I'm going to tell you that too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, especially when it comes to sex. Think about it, man. What happens when you overdo it? You're drained, you're exhausted, you can barely think straight. You're not exactly operating at peak performance, are you? Now, imagine trying to run a business, close a deal, or write a book when you're in that state. It's not going to happen. Or at least, it's not going to happen at the level you're capable of. The guys who are at the top of their game, they understand this. They know that their energy is precious, and they're not going to waste it on mindless indulgence. They're disciplined, they're strategic, and they use their energy wisely. They know that their success depends on their ability to focus, to be present, to be on top of their game. And that's hard to do when you're constantly depleted. So what's the lesson here? It's not about abstaining from sex altogether. It's about finding a balance. It's about understanding that your energy is a limited resource and you need to use it wisely. Because at the end of the day, your success, your happiness, your fulfillment, it all comes down to your energy. So don't waste it on things that are going to leave you feeling drained and depleted. Here's the truth, guys. Women are attracted to success. It's in their DNA. They want a man who's going places, a man who's going to provide for them, a man who's going to protect them. Now, before you get all bent out of shape about that, understand that I'm not saying all women are gold diggers, but I am saying that women are biologically wired to seek out a partner who can provide for them and their potential offspring. It's survival of the fittest, man. It's been that way since the dawn of time. So, what does that mean for you? It means that if you want to attract the best women, the women who are going to add value to your life, you need to focus on building yourself up first. Get your finances in order. Build your career. Develop your skills. Pursue your passions. Become the best version of yourself. And let me tell you something. When you do that, when you become a man who's going places, the women, they'll notice. They'll be drawn to you like moths to a flame. You won't have to chase them. You won't have to play games. You won't have to spend your hard-earned money trying to impress them. They'll be there, ready and willing to share in your success. So the lesson here is simple. Focus on yourself first. Build your empire. Become the king of your own domain, and the queen will come. Look, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Do you want to be the kind of guy who's always chasing after women? Or do you want to be the kind of guy who women chase after? If you want to be rich, if you want to stay rich, you need to learn to control your desires. You need to understand that real wealth, real power, it comes from within. It comes from discipline. It comes from focus. It comes from making smart choices. And one of the smartest choices you can make is to invest in yourself first. Build your empire, build your legacy, and the women, the money, the success, it will all follow. Trust me on this one.